Actually, I start my practice 13 years ago in hospital, in public hospital. And our association, we started in 2011. And because we need the professional indemnity insurance for our professional registration, so that's why we need to establish the Hong Kong Association. And I was serving on IEATA board in 2008,
You were also
many
a
years
rising
ago.
star or a shining
Oh
star?
yeah,
Yeah.
presented by Mitchell in 2023, I guess. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I sometimes say my life is like the river, like water that it means to be an expressive art therapist. Uh, and my faith and my trust in the art really helped me. And so I hope I can like share my personal experience and also my clinical experience so that we all can make use of the art for a better way to make a better world. And that also my passion and my mission. Yeah. So today, my topic is flow like water, the creative connection to Chinese cultural roots. So the preparation is, I invite you to hold a be water attitude, and also you have any art material that can express or explore the essence of water, and that will be helpful. Even you don't have those like visible item, your imagination also help. And my roots, to simplify it, I divide it into two roots. Yeah. Of course, I have my family root and also many other roots, but related to art, I have two important roots. One is the person-centered expressive art root, and other is my Chinese culture. So there are lots of different approaches in our field, and this picture actually didn't include everything. Many are still developing and creating, but really speak to me is the person-centered expressive art founded by my teacher, Natalie Rogers. So what is person-centered expressive art? It is very important is to create a safe and supportive setting so that we can use art for growth and healing. And we use different modality. And I really like the concept about the creative connection process. Of course, Sean also remind us we can define our own model, our own understanding. But this creative connection process also speak to me because the interplay between different modality that can really help us to remove the barriers to growth and also help us to understanding ourselves more. And also with a sense of safety, we can explore, we can create, we can express, we can understand. And the basic idea is we really have faith in each person that we have our inner resources for self-actualization. So I do believe that everyone, we can have the innate ability to be creative, and the creative process is healing. And the person-centered approach, this idea actually very in line with the Chinese philosophy as well. Like we emphasize fully present, and in our culture, be mindful as a respect that also an important practice. And the acceptance, how we can stay the openness to any possibility, and also our true being, our loving kindness. So I really like Gunyam a lot because every time I saw Gunyam, I really like this Gunyam of compassion. You can see she just like sit at a very relaxing posture, like to sit grounded, to observe the world. And also the Gunyam, she can hear the tears of human being who need help. So this also remind me of our work to hold our heart of compassion. And the Chinese word like listen in Chinese, that it divided into different parts. Chang in Chinese is how we can listen beyond words. We can read both verbal and nonverbal cues, our full presence, and also how being genuine, our person-centered quality. And also the language, actually Chinese language, similar to Egypt language, that we all build on images, started from images. So the art in Chinese is like a farmer or a person taking good care of a plant, that also like if as a helping professional or a facilitator or therapist, we nourish the art, we also nourish each person. And the concept of Chinese is easier, not like English. We talk about with the S or without the S. But in Chinese, we don't have single or plural noun. So in Chinese, art already is a unified art form that include all kinds of art. So if you see many traditional Chinese painting, you will see the visual image. You will also see poetry, some writing, and also those poetry actually with a rhythm that you can sing, you can dance, is like put the expressive art in a painting. So it's quite in line with we call expressive art or integrated art in the Western world. And in Chinese, we also believe that art can help us a lot, that can help us like build good character, because it helps you to express the emotion in a more poetic, aesthetic way, like more constructive, more socially like accepting. So it holds both, actually both positive and negative emotions, so that we can have like more positive emotion for life. And we can also nourishing our well-being, and also sometimes the art also bring us together as a collective. So as an expressive art therapist, we also think about how art help, and what are the empowering facilitation, and what could I do differently next time. So in my work, I discovered that water happens always in the art process. Especially if we use a wet material like the tears, like the water, and it really evolve our emotion. And sometimes we also integrate the art with our culture, like tea meditation. So we use some like paper, recycled paper bowl or cup that we can create on the surface. And then we put in the tea, and then we do the tea meditation to think about our intention. And that may also inspire our creation. And also, I use Buddha board a lot, because sometimes my client, it's hard for them to cry, because somehow we are trained like to control our emotion, to behave properly in public or in social encounter. So sometimes it's not easy to let our tears out in front of other people, or even in our family, because we don't want our family worry. We don't want to put our burden on our family. So we will hide our emotion. And sometimes the art also help. So like this Buddha board, we can use like this kind of tools to practice calligraphy or Chinese painting, that if you use water on it, it will like fading out, like dry, like to get it dry. And that also very good like meditative process of using the water to express, and also to witness, and to understand, and to express, and to release. And so that also I use it a lot. And many times they like to use it like to express their fear, and also their tears. Or even a musical instrument that you can, like this lady, she had lots of stress in like studying the academic performance. And also as a parent, he also got some stress to take care of her young children. And also as a woman in a Chinese culture, it's not easy for her to compete with like men in the career. And so she had lots of emotion. When she hold the ring stick, that the sound of the ring really helped her like to wash away all those pressure and also to ease her stress. And in the Tao, the idea is we have different elements in our universe and in our nature. And water also will link up with our emotion and also that may also affect our health. So water as an offering. In one of our monastery, they don't use sand to do the offering. They use water instead. So if you can get a chance to Hong Kong, welcome you to go to this temple. I like it a lot. They have a very big, huge white gunyam in this temple. And they use water because water is the essential source of life. And also it can bring ourselves back to our beginner's mind in the present moment. And also when we hold the water, it also helps us to feel the present moment with the water so that we understand our need and then we can take care of our mind and our heart. And also sometimes water, because maybe the temperature, maybe the texture, maybe the sentiments that can also retain our awareness and the attention. So somehow we can see clarity with the water. And when I joined Harabi Art to do some community project for the human trafficking survivor, we also hold the water. We hold our tears. So you can see this is the bowl. We circulate the bowl from one to one. Take turns to hold this bowl. And we imagine that this bowl can hold our tears because of the trauma brought by the human trafficking. The women and the children, they had lots of tears, lot of suffering, lot of pain, lot of unexpressed emotion. And this bowl is like a symbolic container for us to hold those tears. So this also remind me about like the power and the possibility of water. And according to different like culture, different community or different person, that we have different metaphor of water. So the art also like water that can help us to journey, going like into a journey. Maybe the journey to the unknown, maybe the journey to the shadow, maybe the journey to our resources. And the acceptance is so important. Water also, as you say, like flexible, that it can go through different cracks and different paths. So, so in the art, when we explore water, there also have many possibilities. And one of our very famous movie star, Bruce Lee, he also say, "Be water, be friend, my friend. Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. Put water into a cup, becomes the cup. And put water into a teapot, becomes the teapot. Water can flow or creep or drip or crash. So be water, my friend."